This is another tutorial brought to you by WholesaleVinylFencing.net. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to assemble a 2-rail vinyl fence gate with a steel frame. For a single gate, your kit will have 2 uprights. This upright has an extra holder for a wheel. You'll also have your screws, screw caps, a hinge set, which has 2 hinges, a latch, 2 rails, and 2 pieces of steel. If you ordered a double gate, and your double gate has a drop rod and wheels, this is what it'll look like. You'll have the uprights for each side, drop rod and wheel carriers, rails, stills, and then your hardware. You'll notice one side of the upright has a single peg, one side has a double peg. The double peg just holds it so the rail will not turn like we're demonstrating. On the double peg side, it'll just slide into the middle or the top, it depends how it's fabricated. So your next step is going to be getting the steel and sliding it over the pegs. Then get your vinyl rails and slide it over top of the steel. Then just get your other upright, insert it into the steel pegs, and make sure it sits flush against the upright. We build your gates to fit openings, or we send them at standard sizes, but if you do need to cut your rail and the steel inside, cut it with a chop saw. This will cut the steel and the rail. Just make sure to cut the steel about a 1/2 inch shorter than the rail. Next, get a strap. Any strap will work. Tighten it down and make sure you get the rails just to really sit flush against those uprights. Now go around the top and the bottom of the gate on each side and measure over 1 inch and 3 inches. You have 4 inches of peg, and you're going to mark these out, and then we're going to put screws in them. Before you apply any screws, just double check and make sure your rails are inside of the vinyl, flush, and that everything looks nice. Okay, when you put in the screw, you're screwing into a round pipe, so make sure you hit the top of the pipe so it doesn't slip. Just push with a lot of pressure and it'll self-tap into the steel. To finish it off, put the little white caps on the screws. This is for your wheel, and these are extra long, so you will have to cut this pipe down. The wheel carrier has a cap on the top. The drop rod holder does not have a cap on the top. Notice this one is a wheel carrier only, and the one on the other side has a wheel carrier and a drop rod holder. I want to point out that you do not cut the wheels or set the wheels until your gates are hung. You're not going to know where they need to go until all that has been established. Then you'll just put a screw right where he was pointing towards the bottom and the top, and that will set the wheel in place once you get it where you need it. Again, a screw right there and a screw right there. If your double gate has the drop rod and wheel carrier, it will look just like this. The wheel goes on the one side, drop rod goes in on this side. That's what holds your gate steady in the center. That's your drop rod carrier. Just drive that into the ground or set it in concrete. Wheel goes inside. Again, you cut the wheel, pipe, and then set it where you need it. And this is the finished product of the gate. For more tutorials, you can check out WholesaleVinylFencing.net.